Most finance gurus won't tell you this about building a personal brand. I'm going to just tell you the secret right here. This is it. You are their competition. And I'm not saying this because I think they're wrong, but it's the reality. You're my competition. So anybody that's teaching you how to do something, essentially what they understand about business is two components. This is how you be successful in business, aside from hard work, right? Because if you're gonna make it in business, you gotta be a hardworking person. So everybody that's successful in business already kind of knows how to work hard. So it's information or resources. This is what success comes down to. This is what generational wealth comes down to. Information and resources. A lot of the times you don't have the resources because you don't know the information. Or very rarely you have the information but not the resources. Most people don't have the resources because they don't have the information. Once you find the information, you can generally figure out how to get the resources. But you're essentially their competition. You're my competition. As I'm teaching you guys how to build a personal brand, I also have a personal brand. Whatever business model you're being taught, whatever guru is teaching you, there's gonna be a cap, right, of information. A cap of information that they're not willing to share or they just don't have. So this is why having one mentor may not be the best thing, essentially because unless it's for something specific, I sincerely believe you need as many mentors as possible in different areas of your life. I don't believe in compartmentalizing your life. I don't think one person alone is going to be able to solve all the problems in your life unless they're a life coach. And there are very few of those that are actually successful. But most gurus are going to have a cap of information that they can share with you or that they have themselves, right? I did not start making a personal brand teaching about personal branding until I believe I have adequate enough information to teach. It's all a competitive game, right? And the reality is the information that the resources that you don't have is because of a lack of information. The world knows this. All the big businesses know this. That's why they're okay paying you, right? Paying you for your future. They pay you, they give you wages for your future. Companies will hire you for $20 an hour, $15 an hour, so you can exchange the time that you have and help them build their future. They give you wages, so you help them build their future. So the reality is most of the world, even gurus, won't tell you that at some point, I don't have enough information to help you, or I won't give you all that information. I've had several mentors in the past, and what I've realized is a lot of these people understand that you're their competition, so they will purposely withhold or purposely not go down the angle of encouraging you to aim for it all. And I'm no different. But this is where I'm gonna add a caveat to this. I also want to help you improve your life, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. There are certain things that I probably won't share publicly that I know, simply because I know that if I share publicly, it's gonna reduce my competitive advantage or reduce the competitive advantage that my students have. And even my students, right? There are things that I know that I'm going to delay sharing with them simply because they might not be ready for it, or the information that I have right now, I don't feel is adequate enough for them to understand. So I have, as a coach, have to keep on learning. I have to keep on educating myself so I can help the people that I can serve. But I purposely withhold information. We all do. You do, we all do. We all don't share all our personal stuff to everybody, and that's the reality. But here's where I'm going to take it a step further. Because I understand that it's a competitive game and that you are my competition, I would rather just become partners with you, right? So Eureka, this has all been awakened to me. I hear people give advice that I considered being mentors, and I'm like, why would he give that advice if he didn't do that exactly? Why would he give that advice? Why would he tell somebody to go down that route when he didn't do it? Is it because I don't understand the context per se? Or he understands naturally that these people are his competition, and that if he encouraged more people to become more his competition, he won't be the top dog? I've sat there and analyzed people's content as of late, and I'm like, what's the real thing here? What's really going on? And I'm like, do I do the same thing? Yeah, of course I do the same thing. In all honesty, in all transparency, right, I do the same thing. There are certain things that I just can never share with you publicly, that are confidential information about what I understand about making money in social media. But I will share with you as much as I humanly believe I can. And even the people that I do serve and I do coach, I'm going to withdraw giving them certain information because it might overwhelm them, or I have to become very well versed and adequate in that information before I give it to them. So essentially, in order for you to reach the mountaintop, you have to understand and relate to who is giving you the information. Is the person at the mountaintop giving you information to keep you below the mountaintop, or are they giving you information to allow you to be on a mountaintop on side of them? So what I've decided to do is I don't want to follow that route. I don't want to be the person that is purposely withholding information forever. So I want to partner with the people that I help. Instead of me helping you with your personal brand, and I know eventually your personal brand might become a big enough personal brand to put me out of business, what I can do is I can just help you build your personal brand and then buy your company or become a partner in it. So now I can share all my intellect. I can share all my intellect with you so your brand evolves and then I buy a portion of it. That's the only way that I think I can be an extremely transparent finance personal branding teacher. I don't think I can do it any other way, right? If I do it the way everybody else is doing it, I'm gonna have to withhold information because you might be a threat. You might be watching my videos and you're just like FedEx Fearless. You're gonna put in the work. You're gonna have micro speed, macro patience. You're gonna do whatever it takes, and then you might put my job in jeopardy. You might put my brand in jeopardy. This is just me being fully transparent here. So instead of me trying to mitigate that threat, I wanna actually encourage it. How about I help you build your brand so well, and then I become a partner, right? I become a person that helps you fund your business when you don't have the capital. I can become the person that helps you fund your business when you don't have the resources. I can provide you information and resources to get you to a certain level, and then we become partners. That's the only way. I like understanding what I know about content now and business and finance. The only way that somebody can truly give you all the information they have is if they're going to become a partner. I don't think there's one finance guru or a guru in any field whatsoever that will always disclose all the information they have. And I think they shouldn't. Because then if they've built up their expertise, even if they're charging for their products and services, they can't put themselves out of business because life is unfair. There's no such thing as fairness in life. So instead of me playing the same game the finance gurus play, where they give you information, but they know they give you information in a specific way to essentially keep you below the mountaintop. They don't tell you what you should be aiming for, or why. They don't tell you what you should be, they don't tell you the end goal. They don't tell you, hey, that business model you're in sucks. They don't tell you, hey man, that vehicle you're in won't be successful. They will give you advice, they will encourage you, but they know deep down what works and what doesn't work because they've seen it. So instead, I'm gonna share my intellect. So hopefully, if I help you build your personal brand, I can become a shareholder. As I work with guys who have brands and I help them elevate their brand and I take them to the next level, they start having successful businesses, I'm gonna try to partner with them. So I can become an investor, angel investor. I can become, I can become somebody who shares information and resources to keep this person's brand ahead of the marketplace. And as long as I get shares of the company, why not? I'm willing to go learn, improve my expertise to keep helping the people that will want me to help them. So even if you're my competition, at least we have a part in this together. You are their competition. Everybody you're learning from, to some degree, they don't want you to overtake them. But the problem is this. The reality is this. It's going to be extremely hard to become one of the greats. It's going to be extremely hard to become the mountaintop of mountaintop. So maybe the gurus realize that not everybody can sit at their throne, so they can help people just enough to be right below, but not to be a big enough threat to overtake their throne. So instead of withholding the information, how about I just share my intellect, right? To as much degree as I can. So when we become partners, I can help you forever. I can keep improving, okay? But this is the reality. This is what most financial gurus won't tell you about personal brand. Your personal brand is the secret. Your personal brand is what elevates your business. Whatever business model you're in, you having a personal brand is what's gonna take you to 8 figures plus, 9 figures plus. I don't believe right now that there's any other vehicle that will get you that kind of money without personal branding. I don't see it happening. I think personal branding is the way. And I've realized that these gurus, they see the same thing. All the business models that they're in, they're leveraging personal branding to reach an audience. So I'm gonna teach personal branding. Even if you do become a competitor, I'm just gonna be a shareholder or I'm gonna buy your company. So I can keep helping you forever, okay? So this is what most financial gurus won't tell you about personal branding.